Now for the point after. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, it's Darnold. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Now Darnold going to take it and just back this one forward to his wideout. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Here is 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Darnold sliding out of the pocket. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold. Drops this underneath for Chandler. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like bat.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Ty Chandler, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. But there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. There he goes, left side. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a handoff to Chandler. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Darnold. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
3rd and 2. Back to throw, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Here's Chandler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Here's Darnold. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and, you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
A short one here, caught by McBride. Yeah, you only get a 1-yard buffer there from the line of scrimmage, and he got downfield a little too far, and the flag came out. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second down, this is Wilson. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Play action. Now it's Murray. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Now Murray sees something. He's going to change it up. Wilson with a first down carry. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball, the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Darnold from the gun. He finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A first down throw, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Darnold now to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing again is Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
After the turnover, here's Murray. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Faking the give. Darnold finds his tight end Oliver here outright. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On second down, Darnold. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. Darnold to throw again. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They run it with Chandler. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. from 19 yards away. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
They run the toss here to Wilson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. Now Chandler. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Second and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Chandler will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And we are all tied at 28. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 101 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Murray fighting, lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Murray. They got his man complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A gain of 32 that time. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Let's go. 2-2-1.
Another carry for Wilson. Nifty move. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Come on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the... Murray now on 1st down. Out to the right here to Wilson. Now penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. Shelling through the defense. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. More than one defender there, and that's a loss loss of 5 on the sack.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Running it with their receiver, Cooper. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 8. Darnold. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Darnold on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Second and 10. And Darnold's going to change the play. Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Now a give, right side. Chandler. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, when you got a guy who's a dual threat out of the backfield, go ahead and use him. And that's exactly what they've done on back-to-back plays here. Picked up big chunks of yardage, once in the air and once on the ground.
They'll run on first down. It's Chandler. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, Chandler. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Oliver. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here we go. First and goal. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. This is third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ty Chandler taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This is first and 10. They'll start the drive with Wilson. And fights through one man. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
They'll run again with Wilson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Murray. And some room to maneuver. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the 1st down and then slides to the ground. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Murray to throw. That's complete to his running back, Wilson.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. And this is caught. He hits more. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. To throw is Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Murray. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense. Every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
Trying to lay one up deep. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big 2nd half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the 2nd half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Vikings, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll sink now to 0-4, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.